What's up, Internet World? We're the News 19 Nerds. I'm Leroy.
I'm Michael.
We're here today to talk about No Time to Die, a movie that will come out in 2025 due to whatever happens within the next 3 months. This could or could not come out.
I think it'll come out. We got movies, theaters that are open. Tenet is available to see. New Mutants is available to see.
For now.
I mean, I guess you're saying there could be another surge or something and we got to shut stuff down?
Godzilla's coming. I don't know.
Okay.
Pacific Rim happened in 2020, so.
Okay, fair enough.
Akira virus 2020.
Akira? Like, on top of coronavirus?
No, Akira is actually projected to happen
that's
when
what you're saying.
the Tokyo Olympics was canceled.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
On that positive note, we are talking about James Bond, the latest entry in the franchise. Supposedly Daniel Craig's last one. Yeah, you ready?
Whatever. 3, 2.
The past isn't dead.
James, fate draws us back together. Now your enemy is my enemy.
His name is Safin.
And what does he want?
Revenge. Me.
When her secret finds its way out, it'll be the death of you.
You can imagine why I've come back to play.
There's a young lady in Santiago I want you to meet.
You're late.
When you're ready. Salute.
I met your new double O. She's a disarming young woman.
I get why you shot him.
Yeah, well, everyone tries at least once.
James Bond. We both eradicate people to make the world a better place. I just want to be a little tidier.
Come on, Bond. Where the hell are you?
Have you ever flown one of these?
Nope.
Harder to tell the good from bad, villains from heroes these days.
What is it?
You don't know what this is. He's going to kill millions.
If we don't do this, there will be nothing left to save.
I was not expecting that.
So what did it for you? Everything?
I don't know. Don't get me wrong, I like the first trailer, but this one, I'm scared it might have showed the whole movie, but I'm like, I'm okay with it? I don't know. It just seemed the stakes were bigger. It seemed like, it almost seemed to redeem, was it Blofeld?
Blofeld?
Yeah. I don't know. It had a different vibe to it. I liked it.
Did you like the idea that whatever Blofeld is teaming up with Bond to take on this new guy?
I don't know if he's teaming up. I think it's one of those things where it's like, you have to go down, hey man, you remember that file that you had on such and such? What was that about? Oh, you mean the one that I had 2018 taxes? Some people, that's usually where they keep their other stuff, but I'm excited for this. I don't know when it's coming out, but I'm excited for it. Okay.
I think it's going to keep the November date, and I'm happy that it does because most Bonds usually come out in November. I thought it was weird that it was coming out in May. That always seemed weird to me. Anyway, so I'm glad that they pushed it back to November.
I understand Bond coming out in November, and I like having action movies in November. I actually liked the May date because it seemed like usually when you put something in May or you put it in that summer, you've got high hopes this is a good movie. Because you're hoping, you got to think about when you're putting a movie out in May, you're going up against whatever Disney produces, whether it's a Marvel movie, a Disney movie, whatever.
You could have been going up against Fast and Furious.
Yeah, so you know, one of those, Tom Cruise, whatever. Going up in May, it's like you're going up against heavy hitters. You're going up against whatever Will Smith, Tom Cruise, The Rock, Samuel L. Jackson, Ryan Reynolds, the new club of action stars, whatever they have coming out. So I was psyched about that because that meant that this was not going to be Spectre. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't hate Spectre.
I just thought it was okay.
I thought it didn't. I thought I'm one of the few people who likes Quantum of Solace. I think the first 3 Bond movies are great.
The first 3 Daniel
Craig,
Craig.
yeah.
Daniel Craig
So
movies.
what did you think? I was going back to the.
To Connery.
Nah, man.
You say Bond.
Yeah.
There's there's 6
We're
different Bonds.
We're in this universe. The other ones don't count right now. This one right here, I felt like it was grounded in realism. You felt his pain. He wasn't just a. I love the idea of the original Judi Dench being M, and she was like, you're not just a blunt instrument. And the evolution of him going from being basically what is a thug to being a full-fledged person. And I enjoyed that journey, and I felt Spectre kind of was a little weird. Like they tried to be a little bit too much introspective, and they tried to throw homage back to without really explaining all of these different things and plot lines. So I'm excited to see this. The women are kicking ass and taking names. Good Lord. Ana de Armas.
We saw her. We saw Lashana Lynch. And then I can't think of the woman who's Moneypenny now. Who's been in all of them. I can't think of her name now. I don't know. But I liked her line. You said because I'm who?
Because you're old.
Okay, cool. I like the line the new 00 said, I could see where you took a shot at him. She's like, yeah, he tends to make you want to do that. I like that a lot. Do we think this is going to be a movie where he's passing the torch to this new 00?
No.
Or maybe she gets a spin-off movie?
No. First of all, she's black and she's a woman, so that's a negative.
That doesn't mean she couldn't get a spin-off.
I'm just saying, in the world that we live in, sir, name a black James Bond female. Not James. Just name. I'm just saying. That's not.
Some people would say Olivia Pope is James Bond.
Who?
Olivia Pope.
Get off my set.
From Scandal?
Get off my set.
I've never seen the show.
You can at him at.
I've never seen the show.
Almost hit you in the face with his microphone.
But you remember when Pierce Brosnan was James Bond, and in Die Another Day, they had Jinx, Halle Berry. There's talk of a spin-off show.
Ooh, whoa. First of all, that was never going to happen. I would have stopped that personally.
Okay.
Because, I'm sorry. I just, no.
That is right. You do hate Halle Berry.
I don't hate Halle Berry. I think she is just okay. I think she's a beautiful woman.
Friend of the show, Halle Berry. You're just okay.
I think who's just okay.
Come on the show and talk to us about being just okay.
And I'm going to say that to her.
Yes.
In my head.
Yes.
No, I'm, how do I say this without coming off like a dick?
Too late. Keep going.
Anyway, I think Halle Berry's best movies are not action movies. I think when she plays Their Eyes Were Watching God, Losing Isaiah, those are her movies. When she does action, I think she's kind of one note. And I feel bad because when you saw her in John Wick 3, Parabellum,
I liked her in John Wick 3.
That was amazing. I liked her in Swordfish. But I feel like I feel like they treated her as eye candy.
For sure.
But instead of the talented actress that she is. Their Eyes Were Watching God was one of her best. The Dorothy Dandridge story. Like when you see her do that, and then you watch like Monsters Ball, you're like, wait, what? This can't be the same person. So that's why I feel Halle Berry is an exceptional actress. I just feel like some of the roles and vehicles she's been given has just been hot, stinky, garbage.
Okay.
So I mean, and I really wish we lived in a world where this could turn into a franchise for Lashana. I really wish that, but we don't live in that world. I'm sorry. We don't. Because they're already talking about who's going to be James Bond, the 007, after this movie. They've already got your boy Richard Armitage?
Sure.
They've already started asking about that. Tom
He's
Holland.
kind of old.
Pierce Brosnan was older when I think Pierce Brosnan was the oldest Bond.
Yeah, they
They're already talking about Richard Armitage. They're already talking about Henry Cavill, which I love Henry Cavill. I don't want him to be Bond. I don't.
I'm staying with you and Superman.
No, but I don't. I want to see Bond go in a different direction, and I don't see. And I liked Daniel Craig as this Bond because to me it showed a different direction. I really like the way this movie looks. I'm a little scared that it showed a little bit too much, but I love the way it looks. Like those action set pieces are amazing, and it goes back to why Bond is, or this idea of a 007 is this suave but deadly, like, assassin who's not only violent, but he is a smooth, like, not too many people can save the world in a suit wearing an Omega watch, carrying an assault rifle.
Right.
So that's what Bond is. But seeing the women not just being, eye candy or just being, sex objects is great. Like Lashana Lynch and Ana de Armas. Is it Armas?
I think it's Armas.
Armas?
Yeah, I think it's
I got the page right
You do
here.
have the page up.
We're not the brightest.
Ana de Armas?
Yes.
Yeah.
As Paloma. Paloma?
Naomi Harris. Thank you for having that up. I'm sorry I didn't remember your name.
Ben Winshaw as Q. I'm really upset that they have not done more with him because I think Ben Winshaw is a phenomenal actor. Ralph Fiennes got a little bit of, you saw him as Mallory, which I thought was like...
Yeah, but the thing with Q is Q's never huge.
No, but
I feel like the hugest Q we had was maybe not John Cleese. The guy before John.
The reason why I wanted Q to have more of a bigger role is because in the new world that we live in, especially with your favorite one, James Bond / Home Alone, you have a more technology plays a much larger role in the world we live in, whether it be social media, whether it be hacking. Those things play more of a larger role, especially in espionage and the way governments deal with, and we're no longer dealing with large governments with the Cold War. You're dealing with terrorist cells. You're dealing with states that are theocracies, dictatorships. That's what I wanted to see more of it go into, that role of how is technology being used in this new world order, so to speak.
I feel like you want a Tom Clancy movie.
I can't, but
like I like it. I don't feel like James Bond's ever going there.
But I think James Bond has always teetered or toyed with the idea of futuristic technology and mad despots who use it for their own selfish gains. If you go back and look at Moonraker, the idea that the world is doomed and I'm going to help doom it, and then float off into space with a genetically superior race of man and repopulate the world. That, like, I want to see that. Or you see with I'm trying to remember what's the other one, Pierce Brosnan, the one you mentioned.
Not Another Day. The World's Not Enough. Tomorrow Never Dies.
The last one, the beginning of it was awesome, where he got caught and he went to North Korea.
Die Another Day.
And then I also liked GoldenEye. When you when you think about that kind of stuff and the technology that's being used, that's what I wanted to see Q do more.
Okay.
So that's what I guess, pushing that idea and that agenda further, that we are having things like here's something that is a real world thing we need to be considering. People are now going to be able to use your DNA with a targeted virus to poison just one specific person. Manipulate your DNA, your genetic codes. Manipulate your DNA and select
That's what
one
Hobbs
person.
Shaw was, but keep going.
And I want to see that in a good movie.
Oh, okay. So you didn't say that part. There we go. All right.
You kept interrupting me.
Just say it. Sound like you want to see Hobbs and Shaw again.
First of all, I saw a scene that looked like they took from Hazem Shaw. It was like, watch this, we're going to do it better. While they came down the roof on the side of the building. Boom. Also, shout out to Call of Duty Ghosts because they did it too. Boom. That's right.
Okay.
Hashtag Call of Duty, greatest campaigns ever. But yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Like, Bond isn't just an action movie where he's, drinking and, screwing. He's actually having these things where he's trying to stop whatever this is going on. And then having that idea of some of the villains aren't necessarily villains. If you remember the one with Old Girl Christmas, which one was that?
Tomorrow Never Dies. No, that guy was a villain.
He was a villain. But the things he was doing it for.
Wait, who are we talking about?
You remember the guy who didn't
The
feel
newspaper
anything?
guy?
No, that's...
Oh, the other guy.
Yeah. You're thinking about the one with where he had the submarine, the fake, where he was the news guy. I'm talking about Christmas, where where he was like, Christmas comes twice a year. That corny line at the end.
Yeah.
But I'm talking when
Tomorrow Never Dies or The World's Not Enough.
The world is not enough.
The World is Not Enough.
That.
Yeah.
Because remember, he kidnapped the daughter, and then they were trying to change the oil pipeline and all that. Like, when you think about some of these villains, you're like, I can see up to a point. And then you're like, okay, you just took this premise way too far. So yeah, those are the kind of things I want to see in my Bond.
Okay. So you were on board, but now you're really on board.
Yeah.
Or at least this trailer was just...
Yeah, when I see it in March of 2023.
He'll see it in November, as will I, and we'll have a review for you then.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm also cool with them not showing a lot of Rami Malek's character, Safin. You don't know what he is or who he is, and I like that mystery. Like, that's another thing I like. Bring back the mystery.
I do like, side note about talking about his character, I remember when he was first cast, one of the things he said, he wouldn't do the movie if it was a generic Middle Eastern terrorist type person. I think that speaks volumes for his character, but also for the movie. It's not just somebody of Middle Eastern descent doing some type of generic.
You mean like in True Lies?
Hey.
Or in every other movie with.
I love True Lies.
I do too.
The villain is not great. It's not great, but man, I do love True Lies. The movie.
The villain's not great? Really? Tell me more.
It doesn't hold up well, but I do love the movie.
Really?
Yeah. I would, if they told me they're doing True Lies 2, I would be on board to watch it.
I mean...
Side note, I would watch a True Lies 2.
I would. I'd watch a True Lies TV show on HBO Max. That would be better. And it's not with Arnold. Arnold's retired.
And that's with Elijah Dushku?
Yep. Okay. And his wife being in the field. And how does it feel to sit on the sideline and watch your family members go through this, knowing you did the same thing, but they didn't know you were doing it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom.
Boom, he's blowing minds.
HBO. Hit me up. I got all these kind of ideas.
Are you done?
I mean, we're not going to see it anytime soon, so.
Okay, he's done. You can find us here on YouTube. Hit the like, comment, or the subscribe button somewhere. The bell around us.
Go ahead and get it out there.
Wherever it is. Hit that button. Also, like, comment, subscribe here. What other stuff we got? In addition to YouTube, find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, WOTX.com. We out.
I know you'd figure it out eventually.